Good day, everyone, and welcome to this second session of our global meditation. It's a great joy to be with all of you, and we have had wonderful attendance, and these have been recorded, even though yesterday we started a little bit later because of an internet issue. But it's very wonderful that we can be together to practice these few techniques or methods that help us in this period of confinement, lockdown, kind of fear and anxiety about business, about health, about the well-being of those we love and our society as a whole. Under these circumstances, unfortunately, everybody has some kind of anxiety, even underlying anxiety. So these sessions help to calm the mind and prepare the body for fighting any potential disturbance or imbalance, and also maintaining its good health and its strength while we're going through this period. So what we're going to talk about is for everyone, those who meditate, who don't meditate, those who practice physical exercise, those who are of any age, older, younger, those who practice even advanced techniques of meditation. So most advanced is transcendental meditation, and this deep way of going within. They can also practice with us as a preparation for their meditation. Before we get into the practice, I want to summarize a little bit the reasons why and the importance of what we're going to do. Under stress or fear or anxiety, and it doesn't have to be tremendous stress like post-traumatic stress or generalized anxiety disorders or panic disorders, which are the common, very advanced kinds of stress and anxiety disorders. Even without having that level, there is an underlying insecurity and underlying fear or anxiety about the situation. And that is natural because we don't know. Nobody knows where this is going and how it is progressing. But even in daily life, we always have expectations, anticipations, and anxieties about what is going on and where we're going. What this does is this mental idea of unexpected things can happen or fear influences, so the mind, the psychology, influences the nervous system. The nervous system is the brain and the spinal cord and the nerves that actually control the body and also receive information from the body about the status of the physiology and where it is and where it's going. So there is this feedback and information back and forth that goes to the nervous system. But when the nervous system is facing a situation of anxiety, such as this, or fear, it has within it mechanisms to prepare the body to fight or to fly away or to take care of the situation one way or the other. This is something we've inherited from the development of our human species, and it's a powerful thing that helps us be protected in the face of danger. However, it has, if it gets established in an uncoordinated, imbalanced way, it creates problems, of course, like inflammation in the body, sensitivity of the body, and things like what we are hearing about, the cytokine storm, which means an inflammatory response that is actually one of the main problems that society is facing today in terms of the effects of the coronavirus, because it creates an immune response, but the immune response to fight the virus leads to an exaggerated response in the body, and the cells are getting crazy. They start secreting these cytokines, which are inflammatory cells that are in principle to fight the problem that is there, but they become so much that they start fighting the body itself. And that's why people have issues with breathing, with different organs, the lungs in particular. So how this happens? The mind influences the nervous system. The nervous system influences the mechanisms that send messages to the body to prepare it to fight, or to prepare it to be adjusting itself to the situation. And these messages can be neuronal, which through fibers of neurons, but mostly and most rapidly and importantly through hormones. So there are hormones that are secreted, and these hormones are helping the immune system to fight. So they influence the immune system. And if it's not a balanced situation, they become very strong, and therefore they create this inflammatory response. Inflammation, we know, if you hurt your hand, you get redness and swelling and heat. This redness, swelling, and heat is inflammation that happens because the body is trying to fight something foreign that's coming to it. So what we want is to have enough balance and strength so that this fight is effective, and yet it doesn't create a very powerful, too powerful a response, too unnecessary, that it starts attacking and weakening the physiology itself. So what do we do with this? Of course, we do all that is preventative. We make sure we don't get exposed to the virus, but we should be prepared also, because the virus is attacking us physiologically and at the same time mentally because of the fear. So the virus has also this effect. It's creating fear, it's creating anxiety, and we want to beat that. And we want to beat that in a balanced way, in a holistic way, because taking drugs and all that, for those who are taking medicines, it's fine. But in order to calm ourselves and maybe try to calm ourselves with different drinks or too much excess in alcohol, it doesn't help, because the alcohol actually breaks the defense system, breaks the barriers in the physiology that usually fight the virus. So intake of alcohol in a normal way, in a balanced way, of course, it's fine, but be careful not to take in an excessive ways any kind of such things that really disturb the perfect balance of the mind and the body. So what we're doing, and this is a summary for those who have joining us today on day 2, because we have done day 1, but maybe some are joining just today. What we're doing is going to break the cycle of fear and anxiety. And how we do it, of course, if we practice meditation, any meditation, this is very important. And we have a system of meditating all together and all that. And we want this time for all those who maybe don't have a meditation, or those who have a meditation, but they feel they need a proper preparation and to break the cycle of fear and anxiety. Of course, this can be said on the intellectual level, like we're talking, to understand what we're doing, so we become more logical in our thinking, in our decision-making, live a balanced life, a good diet, a healthy routine, enough sleep, cleanliness, washing the hands, and distancing. All the recommendations that we all know about are also very important, and we maintain them, of course. Now, what happens when we are in such situation is one of the mechanisms by which the body responds is to activate a certain way of breathing. So there is a way of breathing that uses the upper muscles in the chest, and the normal way of breathing, which is, if you take an infant just born or children, they always breathe through the diaphragm. So we have the chest, which is the upper part of the body, and we have the abdomen, which is the lower part of the trunk of the body. And between them, there is a muscle. It's called the diaphragm. It's like a mountain like that. It's a curved muscle that has a shape like that. And then when it contracts, it flattens. And when it flattens, it pulls the lungs, and the air is then drawn in, because there is a vacuum, an emptiness that is created, and the air is pulled into the lungs. So this is usually the most effective way of breathing. But under situations of stress or strain or fear or anxiety or even worries of even daily life, even without the coronavirus, people start breathing from the upper part because there is a contraction of the upper part of the chest. As you realize, when you're tired, you shrug, you hold your fists like that, or when you are afraid, you're ready to fight, you make a fist, you shrug and then there is a breathing from the upper part of the body. Now, when the mind creates this, it creates it as a way to fight the situation. But unfortunately, if this stays there, then the mind starts also being influenced and assumes that there is actually danger. And that leads to a whole vicious circle of inflammatory response, etc. So people who use such higher muscles and ventilate, which means breathe very fast, they have high blood pressure, they have changes in their physiology that are inflammatory in the direction. They have an influence on the different hormones and different activities of the physiology. And so we want to break that cycle. And then we want to learn techniques that are very powerful through the breathing to help the mind settle down. But first, before we get into these techniques themselves, we have to relearn how to breathe from the diaphragm. And that already is a very good beginning of making the mind settled and breaking that cycle and reducing the inflammation. So how we did it the first day, we sit quietly, comfortably in a chair or on the floor as you like, what kind of position you like. But the main thing is to be comfortable and sitting with either the back supported, or if you are used to sitting in a lotus position or crossed legs position, a yoga position, it's fine. The main thing is we have the trunk straight, although we can do this technique lying down for those who are starting in it. It's sometimes easier, so you can also lie down. And then we put the left hand on the chest, and we put the right hand on the abdomen, let's say just above the navel area. So that will be between the diaphragm and the abdominal area, below the diaphragm. And we breathe from the nose, we breathe in from the nose, and we exhale from the mouth, blowing in a gentle way, but we can make a shape of the mouth going forward. It helps the air to move in a way that is very balanced for this exercise. So we breathe through the nose, and then we make this shape of the mouth forward as if you're sending a kiss. So here we have the chest area, the hand, and then the abdomen, the other hand. What we want to feel is how the hand that is on the abdominal area is moving forward and back. When we take a breath inward, so we inhale, inspiration, we inhale, the abdominal structures, the belly, moves forward, so it fills up as if. Now, as we said, the air is not going there, so don't worry, you're not filling it air, because it's the lungs that are being pulled. So from the suction, from the diaphragm flattening, then it's a vacuum or emptiness created in the lungs, and this vacuum attracts the air to go through the nostrils and then move into the lungs. So the air doesn't go to the stomach, so don't be afraid, and the belly will not be distended at all. To the contrary, the muscles that are being exercised will help to maintain a good belly over the long term. So let your belly relax forward, let your belly relax forward. Many times also under the fighting situation, if you want to fight, which is the fight or flight response, there is a contraction also of these muscles of the belly to protect the internal organs. And therefore, we are kind of also tense there. So we want to really let the belly go out when we take the air in. And then as we blow the air through the mouth, the belly moves in towards the back. So we are as if getting the air pressed, and that is when the diaphragm actually goes back into this concave situation position like that. And then this is why we feel the belly going in. So we have our left hand on the chest, and we have our right hand on the belly, on the abdomen, above the navel area. And we take a deep breath, normal, don't force it, and feel your hand that is on the belly bulging out away from you when you take a breath in, and feel the hand going in when you are blowing the air through the mouth. So in through the nose, the hand on the belly goes out away from you. Out through the mouth, and the hand in the belly goes in. The hand that is on the chest remains still. It could move a little, it's fine, but we have in our attention that it's through the belly that we are making the movement. So there is a silent level, that quiet level, that is your hand on the chest, and there is a moving level, that is the hand on the abdomen. So we do it a few times. We can close the eyes and take a breath, a deep breath, easy breath. Don't overdo it, just simple first. Again. One more time. And your attention is on the moving of the hand that is over the belly to make sure there is a synchronization. When you take air in, so inhalation, take air in through the nostril, and then the abdomen moves forward as if the hand on the abdomen moves forward. And when you exhale through the mouth, the hand pushes inward towards the back. So the hand that is lower hand, the upper hand of the abdomen, pushes to back, while the hand on the chest remains quiet. It's the quiet, the silent part, and the other one is the dynamic, the action part that goes out to inspire and in to expire, meaning out, the hand moves out, but the air moves in. And then when the hand moves in towards the back, it pushes as if it pushes the air out through the mouth. So do it a few times, and then we'll add something to that. You can do it at your own rhythm, but don't be too fast, and don't try to be too slow, just easy and comfortable. So let's start. We take a breath through the nostrils, in, out through the mouth, and the hand is moving in. The hand that is on the abdomen is moving towards the back. So the abdomen going inwards, as if the belly is going inward. Okay, now again, let's start. So take a breath, a regular breath, and then take air in. Let's open our eyes. So you will be doing this at home by yourself, eyes closed, sitting comfortably, or if you are not feeling the movement easily, you can start by doing it lying down. It's fine. Actually, you can use this, at night before you sleep if you are feeling like the mind is going in all directions. You can do this first by putting the hands also on the chest and on the abdomen and following the breath as it wants to go, but making sure the hand on the chest is more the quiet side and the hand on the abdomen is moving in and out. So it moves out as you take the air, you inhale, and it moves in as you exhale. And this can also help for sleep if you are having difficulty sleeping. You can start with the hand on the chest and the abdomen, and then you can relax the hands, put them in any position when you like, wherever you like, and have your attention to see actually how is the breath going with respect also to the abdominal muscles. What this does is awakens the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a muscle, and like you exercise in the gym for other muscles to be strong, this muscle has also to be strong. So when we go later into the practice of the yogic yoga technique of pranayama, then you will have this muscle prepared well, because this technique really requires at least that the breathing is already being normal, which means natural. And the natural way, the most natural way is when it's happening through the diaphragm rather than the upper chest. Again, when you're under pressure or stress or anxiety, be it during this time or during daily activity, even when there was no coronavirus, there is a tendency to take a fist and shrug the shoulders up and tighten the chest muscles. And that becomes itself, even though it is a reaction to anxiety, a reaction to fear, it becomes a habit, and itself is telling the nervous system that you are constantly in a state of fear or anxiety, although the mind is going in all directions, but this happens. So that is why we want to add today a simple exercise of attention. Where is the attention going to go? One thing is the attention on the hand on the chest, which is silent, so the silent level, it's not moving. And the other is the attention on the abdomen, which is the dynamic part, moving out and in as we inhale and exhale. The other thing you can do when you have felt that this is happening smoothly and you are moving right, now you can take your attention to the face. Your mind goes to the face, and what you want to feel is that your jaw is not tight. You're not tightening the jaw, because that happens also when one is prepared to fight or flight, to run away. Then there is this tightening of the muscles. And so the jaw becomes tight. What you want is just with the attention, easily go there and make sure you let your jaw drop. You let your jaw of the face drop. Not like this, not like this, drop. So we let it fall. We feel, yeah, it's relaxed, it's falling. And then we go to the shoulders, and we feel that the shoulders also are not tight. Let them drop. They drop. They drop. So this attention goes easily, effortlessly to the face and the jaw, making sure it's dropped. We're not tightening the face. And the shoulders are not like that, right? They are relaxed. They are relaxed. Also, the hands are not clipped. Of course, in this case, we have done this exercise with the hand on the chest and the hand on the abdomen. This way, it helps to have the hands, relaxed. But you would normally see that under pressure, many people go like this. They're having their hands almost in a fist like, or they are tense. So during the day even, notice with yourself, do you have the shoulders shrugged or relaxed? Do you have the jaw face relaxed or is it tight? Do you have the hands tight and a fist like, half fist or something, or holding like that, you know? Or do you have them relaxed? So open them, opening up, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the face, and then noticing the breathing going in and out. So you will cycle between these. As first, you make sure that your breathing movement is correct. And when the breathing movement is correct, now you go to check, do I have a tight face, a tight jaw? Do I have tight shoulders? They are raised or shrugged like that, or they are really relaxed. And then the hands also are soft and relaxed on the chest. Are we putting them, pushing hard? Are we tight and, you know, holding as if afraid of something, wanting to hold on to things? Let go of this. Just let go is very important. And then your hand on the abdomen is also soft and easy, and it's moving with the abdomen. It's just the movement that's abdomen. So this creates a rhythm. And therefore, first we start, when you practice during the day, you start with just hand on the chest, hand on the abdomen, and notice the hand on the abdomen moving out when you take air in, and moving in when you blow the air through the mouth. Do it for a few minutes. And at the same time, if your mind flies away or goes somewhere, you know, it can go to start thinking about other things or worries, bring it back just easily, effortlessly to this movements of the hand. And then do a cycle of going to the face, to the shoulders, and to feeling the hands, that they are relaxed, that they are easy. So the face is easy, the jaw is dropped rather than tight, the shoulders are relaxed, they're easy, they're hanging, the hands are hanging, and the hands are also soft on the chest and the belly. And so we also come back to the chest and feel the silence in the chest, because that chest is not moving, which is very interesting, because the air, the heart, and all of that is going through the chest. But on the surface value, what maintains it is the rib cage, and these muscles, they are totally silent, totally relaxed, and they're not moving. They might move a little at the end of inspiration or end of expiration, but that's fine, it's okay. The main thing is to have that movement in the abdomen and the hand on the chest on the quiet side. And we just notice these things. So that becomes a technique of being in touch with ourself, because ourself is also our body. Ourself is also our memories, is also all that. But ultimately, our pure self, of course, our big self, is one unbounded ocean of pure being. And that's what transcendental meditation does. It takes us directly to the experience of pure being, to this ultimate value of yoga, which is samadhi. And all of this is part of the yoga system of creating wholeness, of creating unity. It starts with yam, niyam, then asanas, which are exercise, pranayama, which we will be getting into once we have established this basis, which is a breathing exercise, and then goes to pratyahar, which has to do with the senses. And Maharishi Mahesh Yogi explains beautifully from the Vedic tradition the importance of these and how they connect together. And then we go into an aspect of the mind, which is called holding the mind or fixity of the mind. And people are interpreting it as concentration, which is dharana. And then dhyan, meditation, the movement of the mind from one level of fulfillment to another, ultimately to samadhi, which is the state of pure consciousness, pure being. Now, of course, you don't have to understand all of this, but I'm presenting them as an introduction to some of the aspects we will be doing during these meditations. But for now, at home, you can take time, close the eyes, sit and do this exercise that we've done, the breathing exercise, which is very fundamental. It's not like it is less important. It is very fundamental, and it helps for meditation. It helps to have the mind prepared to transcend or to go deeper and to be relaxed. And also this attention we have on these different parts of the body that we mentioned, the jaw, the face, the shoulders, and the hands, that the hands all are settled or are relaxed. Because our body and our mind are intimately related. What's happening in our mind is reflected in our body. And what's happening in our body has a very profound effect on our mind. So we are approaching this from the level of the body, because that's the simplest way at this time during these circumstances. But then as time goes and it will be possible to do it, then absolutely necessary and important that everyone practices the mental technique, transcendental meditation, that takes us to the inner being, to the true self, the unbounded pure self, on a true experiential level, not on a mental kind of mood-making level, but on a true experiential level. So let us do a little bit of this now. What we will do is a few minutes of this breathing, and I'll guide you through these different steps. And then we'll close the eyes, relax the arms. And those who practice transcendental meditation, they can do transcendental meditation. Those who practice other techniques of whatever, contemplation, mindfulness, or other aspects, then fine, they can also, of course, beautifully do it. And those who don't practice any technique, this is a very powerful technique anyway, so you can continue to do that, and particularly having this cycle of attention going to these different places that we mentioned. So let's do that. Today the meeting was a little bit longer because I wanted to put it all together. Our next meetings will be more on actual practice and continue to add things to the practice, and will be also shorter. So let's sit comfortably, easily. And before we start, we're going to just stretch a little bit. So you're going to take a deep breath and raise the hands towards the roof as if you're carrying the roof or you're pushing it away. So from the nose, and then let the hands fall and the shoulders fall, and expire from the mouth. One more time, take an inspiration. Then get yourself easy and sit down, stretching a little your head. Your shoulders are relaxed. Put your left hand on your chest, your right hand on the abdomen. Close the eyes. And now we start with inhaling, taking air from the nose and feeling the abdomen move forward. We blow out the air through the mouth and the abdomen goes in. Again. Continue at your own rhythm. Continue, and now the attention goes to the face and see if the jaw is tight. Let it drop, let it be easy, a long face, meaning in a positive way, a relaxed face. Take a breath again. And now we go to the shoulders. Shoulders hanging down, not up, not tight, relaxed. We feel that, and if we feel them up, we just relax them down. And take some breath again. We're continuing to breathe, of course, while we are having our attention. We continue to breathe, and now we feel our left hand, which is on the chest, and we want to feel the stillness, the quietness, while we're breathing. And the hand is soft. Now we cycle again back to the hand on the abdomen. As we continue breathing, we feel in, the hand is moving outward, and breathing out, the hand moves inward, the hand that is on the abdomen. So we do a few like that at your own rhythm. The hand is soft, it's moving, soft moved. The hand is being moved by the abdomen. It's very soft, very gentle. Attention now goes again to the face and the relaxed face, relaxed jaw. As we continue breathing, our attention is on the face. Now it goes to the shoulders. We make sure it's relaxed. We're not tightening up. We're not raising the shoulders. They are sitting, easily hanging from the shoulders. The arms are hanging from the shoulders. We feel that as we continue breathing. Now we feel the hand on the chest. It's soft and it's quiet. It's silent. Now again, the hand on the abdomen. As we continue breathing, moves out and in. Now many can continue this exercise for a while, for about 5 minutes. And then those who practice transcendental meditation or other meditations, they can close the eyes and meditate. And then their arms are relaxed. They're no more sitting on the chest or the abdomen. They're just sitting in a relaxed position. And all the others who practice other techniques, please go ahead. We will have this moment of quiet and silence together. Those who like to make a prayer or a wish or think of something based on your tradition, this is also beautiful. It's a moment of togetherness, a moment of peace together. We take it as it comes and enjoy it. And those who don't have other techniques, this technique that we are doing now is very powerful also. Just keep doing it. And even those who practice maybe other techniques, if you feel you want to try this for a longer, it is very, very useful. It includes breathing exercise, mindfulness, and relaxation at the same time. So it is a combination which is very, very balanced and holistic for the body and the mind. So you can also do that and try it, and then do it 3, 4, 5 times during the day. And we'll meet again tomorrow for a shorter session at 12 o'clock Eastern time in the US. So that's Miami time, New York time, 5 o'clock UK time, 6 o'clock Central European time. But also it's good if you want to use these techniques at noon time everywhere, because they'll be recorded and you can just tell your friends and follow them through the recording that is going to be posted on the Facebook, the same Facebook, and also on Twitter and other media. So now enjoy and have 5 minutes of togetherness and quietness, doing everyone their technique or this particular technique, which is very, very useful. So we'll close our eyes, and in 5 minutes, we'll complete the session. Jai Gurudev.